The British Parliament will consider calling a referendum on whether the UK should leave the European Union. The Europe vote could happen before Christmas after a petition signed by more than 100,000 Eurosceptics was submitted to MPs. Britain's Prime Minister says he won't support a move to leave the EU altogether, but he does want its powers slashed. Europe correspondent Emma Alberici.
Last week, the EU's top administrator was asking for a more federal Europe, closer political ties between the 27 member countries. Britain is having none of that.
But I've always made clear my view that we've given too many powers to Europe, and there are some powers I quite like back from Europe, and there may be future opportunities to bring that about.
The House of Commons will hold an historic debate to decide whether the country should hold a referendum on leaving the EU. It will be the first time Parliament has held a major vote on seeking the public's view since the 1975 referendum confirming the decision to join the common market. But the Prime Minister doesn't want to distract from the more urgent problems in Europe.
Frankly, right now, the Eurozone is a threat not just to itself, but also a threat to the British economy, but a threat to the worldwide economy, and so we have to deal with this.
35,000 protesters marched on Manchester, where the Tories are holding their annual conference.
We're the first generation, my generation particularly, for decades that's facing life worse than our parents had it, and if we don't fight now, what chance has her generation got?
There's an attack being made on working class people for an economic crisis that we haven't caused.
Tories! Out, out, out!
The message from inside the conference centre was clear. This government will not leave the country's debt to the next generation. Emma Alberici, ABC News, London.